Hi, we're back on Smells Like 90s Rock. I was informing Pork, he was unaware, that frickin' Clint Eastwood was actually in some comedy films.
He probably wasn't even funny, though, was he?
Well, he was probably that's why they had to put
probably just himself.
That's why they had to put a monkey in the movie, because he was too much of a straight man. Every which way but loose.
You want me to have what? Fun?
You want to have fun? A monkey?
What happened to Clint Eastwood that he was so serious all the time?
I mean, that's
Although he seems pretty chill.
He's like a chill guy, but yeah, I mean, that's like
He has terrible politics.
Yeah.
But although I don't think he's a Trump supporter.
No, I don't think he is either. And then, so there was Every Which Way But Loose, and then the sequel in 1980, Every Which Way You Can. Not as successful. Still pretty successful, though, but not as successful. Look at this. The budget for the film was $5 million. The box office was $104.3 million. Now, that was in $78. Imagine what would that be today. That would be a very profitable film.
Like over $500 million, possibly.
Yeah, possibly. Like, I mean, that is great for 1978.
Yeah.
And it was a comedy starring Clint Eastwood and a monkey.
You know, he was originally supposed to be the lead in the Blair Witch Project.
You're joking.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm joking.
I was like, no, that can't be true.
He was going to play the college student who's like, I'm so scared.
Yeah, no, he was going to play Michael, who stands in the corner at the end.
Yeah, that guy.
He was going to be Michael. Michael!
Mike. That's actually... I don't know why I started thinking about this movie this week, but just because... I actually saw it in theaters. Did you see it in theaters?
Blair Witch?
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I'm old enough to have seen it in theaters.
I didn't see any of the Blair Witch movies in theater. There was two actual Blair Witch movies. There was the one that came out in 99, then there was one that came out just a few years ago.
Yeah, and there was a quick sequel made right after the first one.
And it was sort of like
very good.
It was sort of like a sequel in name only. Like, it really didn't have a whole lot to do with it was blah. I didn't see any of them in theaters, and I've only seen the first one, and I've seen it on TV. That's all. That's the only time I've ever seen it.
I saw it in theaters.
How did you get motion sickness?
No.
Really?
No, I can't really say I got scared.
It's not scary. That's the thing.
Well, I mean, it's just so grounded and feels like a genuine kind of documentary style movie that's I'm not expecting a witch.
It was
I expected somebody's taking advantage of the Blair Witch folklore and
using it to
using it to terrorize
like
these
a
people.
criminal who was out.
I was really into Scooby-Doo at the time.
Sure,
that's kind of what I expected.
You were expecting Scooby-Doo gang show up. Yeah, Jinkies.
That's how Blair Witch.
Somebody should have said that. Michael Jinkies.
Yeah,
and then been blah 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 blah.
No, I specifically remember the Mike character going help.
Yeah.
After a while, I was like, oh no, we're lost, and he just starts saying help.
Help.
And then he goes F. F. I was like, yeah, I would definitely feel that way.
Yeah. To give it to its credit. I mean, give credit where credit's due. It was the first film of its kind. That found footage, documentary style type of film. And then we got a glut of them over the next 20 years, and it's like, it's not fun anymore. But it was fun at the time because that was the first time they'd ever.
There was there was the marketing campaign was just kind of unique. It was it was marketed like it was real.
Like it really happened.
Like they actually, we're going to show these people's deaths.
I remember.
As a movie. Not as a piece of evidence
I'm not
going to
lie.
Station.
I'm not going to lie, Pork. I thought it was real in the beginning because I was 10 years old. I didn't know. And I thought it was something that really happened. But I thought the movie, I was smart enough to know even back then, I thought it really happened, but the movie was actually actors replaying what happened in the found footage. I knew they were going to show the found footage, but for the longest time when I was a kid, I thought it was about a real story of teenagers getting lost and something mysterious happening to them. Then it wasn't until I was probably high school, maybe even college, when I was like, oh wait, that whole thing was real. The whole thing was made up. I thought it was based on a true story. Because they I was 10 years old. Give me a break. They convinced me because Sci-Fi Channel did a documentary about the missing.
A BS documentary.
Yeah, I remember watching that. The Sci-Fi Channel did a documentary and I'm air quoting about the whole situation that happened. So I thought it was real, but the movie, I knew that the movie was actors portraying the situation, but I thought it was based on a true story. And it wasn't until I was much older and I found out, oh, the whole thing was fake. Oh, okay. Oh, never mind then.
I read somewhere that the lead actress changed her name because she was so ashamed of the film.
I don't blame her.
She's snotting on camera.
Well, I mean,
but it's a famous.
It's famous snot.
Yeah,
that's some famous snot. Okay, like you should.
Now she grows weed.
That's what she does for a living?
Yeah, she grows weed for a living now.
Hey, good for you. Hey, you know what?
Good. Yeah, let's applaud that one.
Let me get over here if I can ever find my sound effects again. Wait, no, sorry. The Price is Right thing shouldn't be the first one in the docket. Maybe that's the problem. The applause is number 2, and this is number 1.
Yeah, I think we were just kind of discussing like what movies we saw like in theaters as kids.
Well, that's true. Yeah, you
saw the Blair Witch. I saw Anaconda.
Oh, I saw Anaconda in theaters. Yeah, that was a great movie.
It's the only. I'm kind of embarrassed to say it, but it's the only time I've ever just like covered my eyes.
Really?
Yeah. I have like a huge phobia of snakes.
Oh, well, that's true.
And when that giant fake looking snake starts eating Angelina Jolie's dad.
Listen. like, we don't even give him credit on this show. It's it's Angelina Jolie's dad.
Like watching it as an adult, like like it looks so fake, but it still gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Well, I mean, they did what they did, the same thing they did with like Jurassic Park. They had the CGI, but then they also had the practical. They had the animatronic.
Yeah.
And the animatronic looked really good. Like it actually looked like a legit anaconda. Fun fact though about anacondas,
they ain't that fast.
They ain't that fast, and they will not do that to humans. They're not coming after you. That's not a thing.
They could kill you though.
They could kill you if you piss one off enough. And it tightened itself around you. It could choke you to death, but it's not going to eat humans. That's not what it does. It does eat bigger animals, but not humans. But that animatronic always looked really good. I thought that was good. And then they do this fake CGI where he's whipping around, and it takes me out of it at that point.
It scared the ever-loving hell out of me as a kid.
Really?
Yeah, because I didn't know any better.
Well,
I was like, I could really move that fast? Oh, my God.
Right. Well, you had the same...
Yeah, I was 7. It terrified me.
You had the same reaction to Anaconda as I did with arachnophobia. Because I have arachnophobia, and so
I thought you were going to say to the Blair Witch.
No, the Blair Witch doesn't frighten me, and arachnophobia doesn't scare me now either, because it's actually a very funny movie. It's a horror comedy,
right?
But you know, what's scary about it is, there are spiders out there that could kill you. Not the way that arachnophobia spiders could in that movie, but there are spiders that can bite you and you could possibly die. So it is kind of terrifying. And you know, the thing about spiders, other than snakes, like there could be a spider in here right now.
Right.
Isn't there? I think there's like a statistic that says you're statistically always like just 3 feet away from a spider at any given time.
I've never heard that before in my life.
Yep.
I'm not afraid of spiders.
I hate them, Pork.
I'm okay. Like I wouldn't pick up a tarantula, but I'm not afraid of spiders.
Yeah, I don't know how those people are like insane. They need to be in mental institutions who are like picking up spiders and like, oh, it is cutie.
I was kind of encouraged to pick up like their little granddaddy long legs as a kid.
Granddaddy long legs is a different story.
You
know. They're fine. They're cute actually.
Yeah, you can let them crawl all over you.
Crawl all over you, but like you know. I've seen black widows in my parents' area because you know they live up in the wooded area there, and well they're off the main road, but I mean there's woods behind them. See, I've seen black widows, I've seen the brown recluse in person, and you just want to die after you see those. Well, there was
I don't
one.
Want to die. I mean, I wouldn't pick one up.
No, I want to die.
I
legitimately want to die. I want to see a spider. I can't do it, Pork. I cannot do it. I can't do it. But you know what I can do?
I can't do snakes.
You know what I can do?
What?
I can do this. Stand by.